Welcome back to the shop. I'm Mark. That's the BetsyRoss Jeep project, and we're back at it. Picking up where we left off last time, I am finishing the process of installing the carpet. Again, we're making it modular so that it can fit in there after all the plastics are in, and we're going to pick that back up. I've got the passenger side and the rear over top of the for the back seat there. I've got those pieces ready to go in. This one here, we have to trim it down a little bit because we'll do one piece across and then we'll trim up those pieces to slide up underneath the seats, and then it will look pretty well factory. We did the driver's side in the last video. I struggled with it and then I ran out of time to finish, and that's where we ended up. So we got that, and we got a couple of things that we're trying to do today, and I'm gonna get to it, and I'll bring you in a couple minutes when I've made some progress. So you can see it's not perfect, but it will do the job. I really don't necessarily recommend this unless you're having a problem with a leaking one, or if you know that you're going to be off-roading it and you might get it swamped. It is not like it's not as easy to take in and out as a floor mat, but it will make it easier because I have had these things leak. I've had many issues with them leaking in various places, and it just gives me the peace of mind that I can take it out without having to disassemble the whole interior. So I'm willing to sacrifice the minor oddities that come with the carpet not being installed quite properly. But overall, it works. It looks pretty good. So we'll put this in there, and then we are good to go. So that's right on. You can see there's no carpet underneath there. There's no carpet underneath there. It does go along the side of the seat, and we usually have to make sure that the seat can slide without catching, which it can, and it does. So I'm happy with that. Next, what I'm going to do is in the back. I do not have WeatherTech floor mats for the back, but that's okay. Probably not going to have a whole lot of action back there, and if we do, that one is easier to get out than the front. So here we go. So that's pretty much what it looks like once I have cut it up. That is what I'm going to try to stuff in there now. You can see the front pieces go up underneath the seats, and then the rest of it kind of just tucks in place. So let's see what we got. Alright, so here we can see that the carpet is in. It's like I said, it's not perfect, but it is definitely going to do the job, and the biggest part of that is going to be to keep a lot of the heat from the underside where the muffler is out of the engine bay, keep the noise down, and collect a lot of the dust. So next thing we gotta do, put the back seat in. But first we're gonna put some what are those things called that save you from an accident? Seat belts. Yeah, those things. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I do have some factory style floor mats, but they are absolutely destroyed and gross. We may try to clean them and bring them back, but I also may try to find another WeatherTech cover for the back or something. We'll figure it out, but that's not for now. Next thing I'm gonna do is try to figure out what the next thing I'm gonna do is. See you guys again in a minute. Okay, so the next thing I was going to do is finish up the interior here a little bit, and one of them is putting the PRNDL indicator on, and went looking for it. I found it, but unfortunately it's broken. So it's a part that commonly breaks, so I had obviously hoarded one or two of them, and so the good news is I had another one. The bad news is that it also is broken, and I don't know why I hoarded it, but it's broken. But the good news is I've done this before, so I had another one. But the bad news is as soon as I installed it, it fell apart. So I've looked around. I don't have any more, I don't think. I might have one more in the basement. I'm going to go look there next. But it's not looking good, and we might need to go find a PRNDL indicator piece of plastic thingy. So wish me luck. Basement did not bear fruit. Everything that I can find, I have about 5 of them in various forms of falling apart. None of them are working. I'm looking online. There are some on eBay for about 50-60 bucks, so we might end up going that route. But for now, I'm going to try to hot glue this one together, see if we can make it work, and go from there. See what we got. Okay, it might work. We don't know for sure, but we'll give it a shot. It's definitely not perfect, that's for sure. Come on. I think as long as she's gentle with it and nothing falls on it, it might continue to work. She's relatively unfamiliar with the automatic transmission and what these are and where they go. So if it was me, I would probably just ignore it because I know all about it. But she's been driving a 5-speed manual, and she's never driven one of these that's an automatic that I know of. So knowing where reverse, drive, thirds, 1, 2, knowing where they are would be helpful, especially when she's just getting learning, so that she doesn't slide into the wrong gear and drive it that way, not realizing. So we'll get going. I'm gonna get the 4-wheel drive shift indicator in there, and then move on to something else. All right, well, I made pretty good progress with that. Got the shift indicator for the 4-wheel drive in, got the shift indicator for the transmission, I got the bezel around the steering wheel. I do have to say, one thing is for sure, I am very proud of Mara. When I left off last time, I did not have the handles in. There, back there, those weren't installed. Mara did that, I just realized it. I had this guy in, but not that one, and Mara did that. I should point out that she also recovered these. Did a pretty good job for the first time ever recovering sun visors. I think that's gonna work great, and if it ever has a problem, she knows how to do it. She can try it again. So I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. We are in good shape here. The interior, I don't know what else needs to be done. Oh, there's one other thing I'm proud of Mara for. Here, let's go get this in. This is a speaker cover. It goes over top of the speakers, and I took them into Mara and I said, hey, I don't think that matches anymore. The color isn't quite right. Why don't you paint them up? So she started painting and testing and fitting, and this was a test one. It was really gross, but she ended up with some really good speaker covers we're going to install. And that will go really well, I think, with the roof. That should give it a good little spice of freedom, right? Stars and stripes, that's what we like. All right. This guy here doesn't want to quite clip in right. We'll solve that off camera and it'll be beautiful next time you see it. So, but I think that's probably it for now. I have almost the entire interior done. The next thing we got to do is door cards. So we got to get this on, and then this window right here is wired up, so I got to get this window working. I think the regulator's bad, and we're gonna have a fight with that, possibly the driver's side one too, but those are not prerequisites for driving it. So we're gonna focus on driving it. We're gonna get it inspected, get it going, but that's it for now. Thank you so much for stopping out. We'll see you guys next time.